Sit down. Let's start our lesson. Stand up. Wish each other a nice day. I wish you health.
Thank you. I wish you many friends. I wish you luck.
You, I wish it. I wish you
Health. Health.
I wish you nothing.
We do. I wish you happy. Happy?
I wish
Happy
you
day.
I wish you exciting future. I wish you all goodness. I wish you health.
Thank you. Sit down. Homework. Respiratory system. True or false? False. Okay, check homework. You must define true or false. How many mistakes? Arlan? How many mistakes? One mistake. Okay. Alwa? How many mistakes? One? One mistake. Okay. Great. Rosan? Two mistakes. Great. Nurbir, how many mistakes? One mistake. Great, excellent. Today's new topic: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Open a book, page 16, 9. Open a book, write copybook, anaerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Compare the synthesis of ATP in aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Now watch video and remember new words.
From the air through the stomata. Do you remember how photosynthesis works? Compare these two equations. You can hopefully see that aerobic respiration works in the opposite way to photosynthesis. Plants produce their food by photosynthesis and then through respiration release energy from it. But don't be confused. Whilst plants do release oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis, they don't necessarily take in this oxygen for respiration. They just take in any oxygen from the air. Plants respire throughout the day and night, as do animals, but they only photosynthesize during the day, when there is light available. So this is how aerobic, or with air, respiration works. You just need to Well, this video will explain why, but first, let's try a little experiment. Put your left hand as high above your head as you can. Stretch your fingers towards the sky as far as you can, and then clench your fist as tight as you can. Now, I want you to keep doing that throughout the whole of the video if you can. Stretch and clench, stretch and clench. Keep going. In order for you to contract your muscles, they need the energy that is released in respiration. However, when you're doing heavy exercise for a long time, the muscles can't always get the oxygen they need to carry out aerobic respiration. In this case, the muscle cells can switch to carry out another type of respiration called anaerobic respiration. This is respiration without oxygen. So why don't we just do this respiration all the time if we don't need oxygen? Then we don't need to bother breathing. Well, unfortunately, anaerobic respiration is not as good as aerobic. Firstly, it only produces a small amount of energy compared with aerobic respiration, and also it produces a nasty waste product called lactic acid. So, how is your arm feeling now? It's probably starting to ache. The muscles in your forearm which control the fingers are now carrying out anaerobic respiration. After a while, the lactic acid will start to build up in the muscles and it causes pain. You can stop now if you like, or maybe carry on to the end of the video if you're as hard as nails. When you stop exercising, you will need to break down this lactic acid. To do this, the lactic acid needs to travel in the blood to the liver. Here, it is broken down using oxygen into carbon dioxide and water. After vigorous exercise, you may find you are still breathing very heavily for a time afterwards. This is to get the oxygen into the blood needed to break down the lactic acid. We say, after doing anaerobic respiration, that you're in oxygen debt. It's need to pay back the oxygen to the body. So to answer the question at the start of the video, why do you feel stiff after exercise? It's all to do with lactic acid. If you stop moving straight after exercise, then the blood does not return to the liver and the lactic acid stays in the muscles. This is what makes them stiff the next day. So it's very important to warm down after exercise with a gentle jog and stretch. Okay, you can really put your arm down now. Respiration is just breathing, right? Wrong. Respiration is the chemical process that supplies the body with energy for all other life processes. Growth and repair of cells, muscle contraction, protein synthesis, sending nerve impulses, absorbing molecules and active transport, to name just a few. It happens in all living cells, not just animal cells, but also plant cells. There are two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic means with air, and so needs oxygen, whereas anaerobic respiration doesn't need oxygen. Let's start by looking at aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration releases energy in cells by breaking down food substances whilst in the presence of oxygen. It is represented by this simplified equation. But don't forget the energy which is released. Glucose is broken down by oxygen to release the byproducts of carbon dioxide and water.
Let's read key terms. Translate. Cellular respiration.
The oxidation of organic components that occur within cells, producing energy in the form of ATP for cellular processes.
Okay. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Roshan.
Aerobic respiration is a process of producing cellular energy involving oxygen. Anaerobic respiration, respiration without oxygen.
Okay. Let's take. I get.
The end byproduct of lactic acid fermentation.
Okay. ATPL. Roshan.
ATPL, total number of ATP molecules
Synthesis during respiration. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. New words, terminology, cell culture, жасушадағылар, cellular respiration, жасушалық тыныс алу, conversation, ауысу, medium, орта, to extract, бөліп шығару, to transfer, ауыстыру, to oxidize тотықтыру, to utilize қолдану, oxidation тотығу. Repeat please. Cell culture. Жасуша дақылы, иә? Cellular respiration. Жасушалық тыныс алу. Conversation. Ауысу. Medium. Орта. To extract. To transfer. To oxidize. To utilize. And oxidation. Thank you. This homework, learn new words, terminology, and page 16, 9 and 71. Okay?
Okay.